Agent Nation? My name, of course, is Agent Beamstar, and let's get right into the news. Ladies and gentlemen, it is E3, which means as gamers, we have to start asking the question, is there so many great games coming out that I cannot go outside all of next year? I'm so excited for what's going to be announced. Microsoft came out with some heat at their press conference. I hope Sony comes out with some bangers. It looks like they will. Square Enix and EA had some garbage-ass press conferences. We're not gonna talk about that. Let's get into the first story of the day. Shakedown put out a tweet, and shout out to Shakedown, hit 1 million subscribers. Congratulations, my guy. Donnie, the community manager of NBA Live 19, responded to him, and it had some people asking some questions. Shakedown said this: "Let the trailer wars begin. NBA Live 19 versus NBA 2K19. See what they did there? A few years ago, 2K had someone posterizing Russell Westbrook for being on the cover of NBA Live 16, hashtag sneak attack. What NBA Live 19 did was they had somebody posterizing the cover athlete of NBA 2K in this year's trailer. So I see them coming with the heat, the fire, and it seems like NBA Live might be serious this year. And we're gonna dive into a little bit later. If they're serious about trying to fix their animations and make their game seem more realistic and fluid and just all around great, then we might be in for a treat this year." Of course, that's when Donnie, the community manager, replied with the shh emoji. Try to keep it quiet, but also let people know at the same time. For our second story of the day, LD2K used to work for 2K as a community manager. We know this, right? He was the most loved guy there, probably, right? And he left early NBA 2K18, but it seems like he's been having a blast at EA Play this year, and some people have been looking around like, yo, this is an ex-2K employee, and now he's doing his own thing, and he's having a blast with NBA Live 19 at EA Play, and he even said this on Twitter: "People don't understand how hard people in the industry work, and their team is improving the foundation they created last year." It's coming from a guy who worked with 2K, so I don't know what that means. Shout out to LD2K, see him doing his thing, grinding on the YouTubes, uploading his videos, man. Laker love, I see it. Anyway, for our next story of the day, MIke Wang has created quite the stir on Twitter by putting out this one tweet asking a simple question: which game's shot meter did you like the best? He put out a poll, asked 2K16, 17, or 18. Now, you couldn't have voted for NBA 2K18 because the shot meter was so small you couldn't see your margin of error. But NBA 2K16 and 17, it really just depends on personal preference, whether you like to shoot in the middle of the line or all the way at the end of the line. If you played both of the games, you know what I'm talking about. So far, it seems like 2K17 is winning the poll, but I like that he's looking for some feedback. Some people have even said some crazy, like,
they don't even know what they want to do in their game, and they're just gonna put old shot meters in the game,
and then like they can't win. Some people say 2K needs to stop changing shit all the time, and then other people are saying 2K just keep putting the same thing in the game all the time. It seems like no matter which way, they're getting criticism. But I like that MIke Wang is reaching out, trying to get some feedback, seeing what people actually like, and then trying to implement what he wants in the game from there. Let me get y'all, man. Y'all looking a little, hold on, man. Y'all y'all good. For our next story of the day, on my last video, I uploaded reacting to NBA Live 19's EA trailer. It's a minute long. I was trying to unpack it, get what I could from it. I was hoping for a little bit more at E3, but luckily, NBA Live 19 actually uploaded some more information on their website that for some reason wasn't introduced, maybe for time restrictions, and NBA Live 19 just wasn't a priority at their press conference. So if we go to their website here, let me maximize that real quick. They uploaded all kinds of information on different modes they were going to be introducing, like Build Your Squad mode, which is, if you guys remember and you played NBA Street Volume 2, you definitely remember that. They brought back the whole the one, the street, the league concept where you can play both on the parks or in the league to progress your career. But more interestingly is the part where they talk about gameplay innovations. And they talked about a huge focus of theirs this year, and of course it should have been, was people were saying their gameplay looked stiff and they wanted to attack that head on. And in my next video tomorrow, some people dropped some gameplay, and I'm going to be trying to break it down and really see if they're telling the truth here. Because of course this is like all the jargon to make it seem like the game was improved, etc, etc. When we see some full 5v5 gameplay, we'll be able to really tell. But NBA Live 19 seems seriously focused on attacking its core problem, and it's almost like a generational problem it's had for a while. So I'm glad they've put this kind of focus on it. If this was the only thing they improved all year and they did it perfectly, I'd have been really happy with the improvements. But more importantly, I wish that when they talked about the gameplay innovation, innovations, they actually showed examples. If you guys remember last year, before 2K18 launched, 2K was talking about all the improvements they made to the gameplay and the AI, in which every single detailed improvement, like when you want to pick and roll and someone's trying to ice it, this used to happen, but now it's like this, and this is more realistic. They captured gameplay and showed you a clip of the exact improvements they made. I wish NBA Live 19 did something similar so we can see the improvements they're talking about. They kind of just are saying the improvements exist, but they don't give us actual proof of it, and so we kind of just have to take their word for it. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't take EA's word for anything, and I want to be optimistic about the game, but we're gonna have to wait to see, I guess, until 5v5 gameplay comes out. There was also some more information about the whole archetype system and etc., but I don't think much has changed from last year. I was really hoping they came out with like a Pro-Am type mode, a ranking system like the crew used to have it back in 2K11, just so you can private matchmake and play with your friends, etc., etc. Who knows, maybe all that stuff is yet to be announced, but for so far, literally everything that's announced can be found here on their website. I'll leave links to all the stuff I'm talking about in the description if you want to go in more detail, and you click find out more and it sends you to read an entire article. Yeah. For our next story of the day, Brian MIke put out some tweets and it caught my interest because he was speculating about who could be the second cover athlete for NBA 2K that's going to be on the standard edition of the game. Now, you guys know Brian MIke. He writes sports gaming material for Forbes. He also was the one who unequivocally destroyed Swante's NBA 2K League hopes, which was probably one of the most hilarious things to have happened all of this year. So if you guys remember, the first tweet we got about NBA 2K19 from the NBA 2K Twitter said, "They will know your name." And nobody knew what they were talking about. Some people speculated, but there was no real point. I think Brian might be onto something because he said this on Twitter. Another reason I think it's Giannis is because "they will know your name" slogan. For years, people didn't even know how to pronounce Giannis Antetokounmpo, let alone spell it. That makes sense, no? Basically predicting that Giannis Antetokounmpo will be on the cover of the standard edition, which I could definitely see happening. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know how to pronounce his name, but it's gotten to the point where he's such a superstar, I might be pushing it. He's such a franchise player for the Bucks that you have to, at this point, know his name, or else folks are gonna check you. So I could be down with that. Giannis on the standard edition and LeBron James on the, what they call it? Was it Super Duper Goat edition? I forgot what they called it. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, this is the news you've been waiting for. You've been watching this entire video thinking, yo, Agent, I've been waiting for this news and it's finally here. Guys, I know, you guys all play NBA 2K18. It's one of the greatest, if not the greatest NBA 2K that was ever released in the history of the franchise. And there's some fantastic news because NBA 2K put on their Twitter saying there's gonna be 30% off VC sales. There's gonna be 30% off VC! Yes! We can all spend more of our money on NBA 2K18, but at a discount. So really you're saving money. Don't you want to save money? NBA 2K has a 30% off VC sale, alright? Listen, man, I'm just excited as you are right now. I know what you're thinking to yourself. There's so much fantastic games being announced at E3. Maybe I could pre-order a couple or cop a couple. Just buy some more VC. Buy more VC! Yes! Yes! I was f***ing waiting for this announcement, this new content. I love it, I love it, I love it, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a like on this video, subscribe, and leave post notifications on because I just saved you guys so much money. I know, and you were gonna spend $1,000 this weekend on VC, and here I am saving you 300. Hey, quick math.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3. Quick math.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed this drama alert, keeping you up to date on what's going on in the community, drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Buy your VC, guys. Buy it. I've been paid by 2K.